at the Chicharo Bar. And yes, guys, we're directly live right now, Patreon special. So yeah, we're gonna
It's a
try
bit
to.
late there. It's a
It's a
bit
bit
late
late.
there for us as well,
How about?
because it's
Up,
it's maybe during the game, so maybe even
we'll try. But look, Yusuf is calling in from Kuwait, so he's got maybe at least a
Ah,
couple
yeah,
of
yeah.
hours on you.
He
Yeah,
does,
well,
yeah.
it's
What,
it's it's
like
to
3 hours?
12,
Wait.
12:30 the following day now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
it's
Yeah,
one
for
12.
thirty.
us.
12:30, yeah.
In Denver over there, they're like 3 hours behind. No, what time is
Oh,
it there?
yeah, it's a beautiful 3:30 p.m.
3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's get this started. The Cari Amici Sportivi, welcome to. I guess this is a second Patreon special, where we're going to talk about with our patrons here. Whoever's going to join after, we're going to let him in. And Milan Sampdoria, and I called this podcast, guys. Again, who is this Milan? I'm used to a lackluster Milan not scoring, giving up after 1-0 up. And I'm going to start with you, Yusuf, because you were the first one on, and you were telling me it's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe what is. Are we dreaming? What's going on with this Milan?
If it's a dream, I don't want to wake up. Seriously, like it's that feeling. As I told you earlier before we went on, that I've been following the team since 1999, and since then. Or back then in the past, when I went to play against these lesser teams, I'm confident that we're gonna win, and that feeling went away since the last decade, and now this feeling is coming back now. Like today, when I'm watching the team playing against Sampdoria, I was like, you know what, we're gonna win, and that confidence that we lost, or at least I lost, in the team in the past 10 years. Is coming back now.
It's a great feeling to, like, you just mentioned that, like, yeah, we got this, and Colin, you're more, my generation, my age, and we go a bit more back than 1999. But when was the last time you felt like this, where we got this, where before maybe last year was like, this might be a tough game, and just take me through these feelings of this post-COVID Milan.
We were actually talking about this earlier, like after the match. We haven't actually seen Milan actually play this well. Like I say, maybe since 2012.
Yeah.
And like even listening, to Pioli as well, listening to like even all the players as well. Though there is a renewed belief in the whole team as well, and it's just incredible to watch as well, because like as you said as well, if we went down 1-0, we used to just absolutely crumble as well, though.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think, like, even watching this Milan and getting points against these big teams and everything. And guys, by the way, I love the fact that we have. At my bottom, we have Denver, Colorado. We have, like this one here, we have Kuwait. And in the corner, we have Dublin, Ireland. Milan Weekly Podcast and International. But Peter, you were watching the game at what, 10:30 this morning? You're just waking up. You're watching the game. But how about you? You're a bit younger than us. Like, how's this renewed feeling in seeing this Milan play this way?
Yeah, it was nice. You get the espresso, you sit down, little newspaper. No, it was like a 12:30 start, so nice middle of the day lunch. But yeah, similar to Yusuf, I started really following kind of like early 2000s. So I still remember the Champions League, and the Bologna, the Genoa, the Pescara, the Sampdoria. You're not worried about anything. And then we got into the 1-0 losses, that kind of thing. But no, this is probably the most optimistic I would say I've been in a good bit, because everyone remembers the banter era of those 1-0 losses at home to the teams that you shouldn't lose to. But no, it was especially getting the blast from the past, the 4th-minute goal from Ibra. As soon as that happened, you just kind of relax a little bit and you say, okay, like what Colin was saying, like we got this. It's not going to totally crumble.
And I love seeing, like, especially you talk about, like, we first start off 4 minutes in, Ibra goal, and I keep on thinking, I don't know if Yusuf, you agree with me, I keep on thinking of all these people that said, okay, they went to get Ibra, okay, they're thinking in the past, the guy's old. I don't know where they're coming. Like it's just forget the fact that he's scoring the goals, but the mentality that he's brought to this team, and even his body language during the game. You guys noticed a couple of times, even I believe it when it was Rebic that was a Reber Shalanoglu that really missed it, and you see his body language. What do you think of this Ibra? Just forget this today's performance, but how you been taking Ibra since the post-COVID?
Now, Ibra, everyone knows that we were lacking in terms of winning mentality, and this is exactly what Ibra brought with him. Uh, I mean, it's a plus. The only maybe positive thing of not having the fans or the crowd in the stadium is they can actually hear the players,
Hmm.
and you can hear him like screaming his lungs out at like a miss pass or at he's a winner. Like like he's right when he calls himself a lion because he's exactly that. He wants to win all the time. I bet even at training he wants to win, and he's very competitive. And I loved how he he made a reference to a movie called Benjamin Button, which is a real story about a
Mm.
medical condition where he's always forever young.
Mm.
And I
He
love
never
that. I
ages.
just love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's
Never,
he's
never ages.
he's awesome,
Mm.
right? And Colin, so
Absolutely.
we take it through Ibra's goal, right? VAR getting finally a good call on Charon Blue because that was definitely not a foul.
No,
The
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
the
No, no.
rejuvenation of Chalanoglu, Ibra scoring again. Just take me through your thoughts of watching this game with a few pints with our friend Mike.
Well, we had was it one or two pitchers of beer now. So he was drinking JD and Coke, and but like I was drinking beer, and because we have 105 minutes in the pub, so you have to make the most of it, and so. But yeah, like no, like even so having a look at the interviews, like even the likes of Rebic, Chalanoglu and all this, happy and actually saying that Ibrahimovic, there's a change that he has actually brought, to the team about mentally, physically, like even on the pitch, like even at the training sessions as well in Milanello as well, though, like it is all down to him, but then again, I think he has a great relationship, I think, now with Pioli as well. So that's why we are actually doing so well.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a fantastic feeling, and just the way they played throughout the whole game. Peter, we'll take it to you. Like we're talking about, shots on goal and a great performance. But I wanted to ask you guys because I've seen some different comments, and I'm not going. My opinion is not from the comments I've seen on Twitter or Facebook. Leao has been a little disappointing. I know we're on a high, right? I know we're on a high from this post-COVID Milan, but I don't know. I don't know what your takes on Leao are, and I'm gonna ask you because maybe I'm one of the few, but I just feel like I don't know. Like he's just should put his head down, be a little more humble, and just go play your game. How do you see Leao, Peter?
Yeah, I think it's the trap that a lot of the young players, I mean, really at this point, more players close to my age are, that they think they can go out and do the dribbles and try to take on a man one-on-one, and they might conflate that with actually creating opportunity, which is, okay, I'm going to go take on my man, and that's the first thing that they're thinking about is I'm going to go make a video clip or try to do a little bit of skill and beat someone to the outside, which I think even in the game, because I think disappointing might be a little bit harsh because he is still a little bit raw, still has to develop into that role, especially if he's going to stay out on the outside. If Pioli's going to keep him there instead of doing like a 2-striker system, so if we're going to keep the deep playing midfield with Leao and Rebic on the outside, he can use his pace for sure. I think there's upside there. I wouldn't say he's been disappointing necessarily thus far. Definitely has left something to be desired, especially few opportunities today where, okay, instead of trying to do the extra little fancy thing to the left, just get a cross in kind of thing. And I think that will just come with time.
Yeah, lots of room to grow, right? For the guy, it just seemed like sometimes I believe in the guy, just a lot more room to grow for Lau. Even though he scored today, it was just like he needs to. What do these kids go on TikTok? All this kind of stuff. People are saying this, all this different stuff.
Yeah.
But in the end, guys, against Sampdoria, yes, like Yusuf, you're saying, we're expecting to win. But when was the last time you saw Milan go up 2-0 and still go and try to score these goals? And Rebic, if you guys remember that move that he made on the first cross when he just dummied and he went back and wow, like it's just I'm sorry guys, I'm just still on a high and it's just great to see this kind of Milan. But other than Rebic, did you like any other people's performances on the game, Yusuf?
Well, let's leave out the obvious ones like Ibrahimovic and funny enough, like I know statistically that he's been doing well at Hakan Çalhanoğlu, but today, at least in the first half, he seemed like not interested. He was not pressing high. I don't wanna ruin the mood here, but I mean Çalhanoğlu in the beginning, he was not doing very well. But in terms of positives, I think Donnarumma is like,
we forget about him, right? We tend to forget about Donnarumma, but you're saying that Çalhanoğlu, you felt that he wasn't up to par in the first half. Colin, do you agree with that? I know he scored and everything, but Yusuf brings up a good point with Donnarumma. Forget the penalty that was saved, but sometimes Donnarumma, yes, we're harsh on him sometimes, even on this podcast, where when you do so great most of the time, and then you're gonna screw up those few times. But it's been unfortunate that when he did screw up, it cost us, right? But Donnarumma definitely a silent man of the match today.
I know where he is, but then again, that's only because of the players that he has immediately in front of him. So because historically Milan never had to rely on the keepers as well, because we always had an extremely solid back four or whatever, so he had to do it, but like as I said, like Milan fans, are a bit harsh on him because of the whole relationship he has with Mino Raiola. The whole thing with his first renewal of his what do you call it, contract as well. The way he.
But they got a helicopter now, Colin. They got a helicopter. I know,
yeah,
now.
But you know what I mean. But like I think people are hurting with that still as well. So I don't think people actually trust him as much as they really need to as well. Because like as you said, he has actually saved us a hell of a lot now. Like over the last season, like even this 2019-2020 season as well, that he has,
200 presences as a 21-year-old.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He is only exactly. Yeah, he is only in his early 20s. Like over like 200 matches. For Milan as well. It's absolutely incredible.
That's when Colin, you and I, we used to be able to drink more than we can drink now when we were 21 years old.
Can I say one thing about Donnarumma? Like his distribution has improved. I mean, the post-COVID.
He's been a lot better with his feet. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his distributions to the fullbacks, to Calabria, and to Theo has been spot on, and I think this is a very important thing for a goalkeeper, at least in the modern football.
Definitely, and guys, by the way, the Roma officially beat Torino, so it looks it looks like we're gonna be doing. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Europa League with these different rules. I don't know if we're gonna do andata ritorno, probably just like the one match is there. But Peter, we did have an early substitution with it looked like Calabria was kind of hurt, but then they took him out. We brought in Castillejo. Castillejo is like a junior Frank Kessie. It just doesn't stop running. It's like it seems like Kessie has the more of the vision and the control. Castillejo is just running all around. But how about Castillejo? Did you like his performance? Is it somebody that you would sell? Would you keep for a rotating squad? What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, look at also the Leao goal. That only happens because Castillejo is just running at everybody and creates the opportunity. Even that's 89th minute and you're winning 3-1 and he's still going all out. Granted, he's coming back from the injury, so it's good to see him running that much coming off the injury. I think he would be an important, especially like you guys said in the last podcast, like the Milan we have now is not set up for 3 different competitions to be competing.
Yeah.
2 games a week, 3 games a week.
Definitely not.
So maybe he's, if we bring in another winger, if we bring in that midfield help that's always coming, then maybe he could be a Europa League rotation guy, a Coppa Italia rotation guy. Because I don't know if you're going to challenge for a Scudetto if he's your starter out on the wing. Maybe you can. We have to tell, right? Especially with the injury spell that he had. I don't think it's necessarily a sell, because again, everyone always like to say sell, get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy, but you got to buy too. You got to bring someone in, and looking at obviously this next year, financial fair play might not be that much of a concern, but looking into the future too, if you're going to buy and bring in a bunch of guys, you have to balance that out. So maybe Castillejo is a keep kind of guy. It's not necessarily having to push him one way or another. He seems to have the work rate that you want to see out on the flanks. And for now, it's totally fine. Maybe we revamp the squad a little bit, and he is a January departure, perhaps. But especially with the rotation that we'll need, it's not possible playing Frank every single game like the Frank Kessie. Not everyone can have the machine like him, but because people will get hurt. So it's probably good to keep for rotation.
And hello to Akbar joining us on the comments, as you guys see. Badirhan saying, what do you guys think about Berardi or Salini? I think Milan need a player like that for a right wing. We spoke a bit about not Berardi, but we spoke about Belotti last month. But Berardi, I don't mind because he's Calabrese, he's from the south like us. Hello to Ahmed. And Larry says the question of who is this Milan is answered by saying this is the Milan we expect to see, beating the teams at the bottom and top of the table. The Milan that has focus, not mentoring. Larry, I agree with you, but even going to ask you, Youssef, is that, yes, this is the Milan we're expecting to see, but when it's been since 2012, 2013 that we have not seen this, it's a pleasant surprise, and I'll take this, but this is where Milan's supposed to be, beating these lower table teams and giving a fight to le sette signorini, as we would say in Italian, the 7 big teams. But in the end, do you agree to say that this is the Milan we are expected to see? And we have hold on, we're getting joined live from California. So we have Denver, we have Gio. Gio last time, guys, had the yellow Milan jersey, and now you have, what is it, 1996 there, Gio? What do you have over there?
Nah, 2003, 2004.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like
Very nice. Very nice.
Gio, say hi to Youssef from Kuwait. We have Colin from Dublin. We have Peter from Colorado. Peter's like your paisan. He's there, Colorado, California. You guys, you're from over there. But we were just talking about the game today, and Larry saying that this is the Milan that this is the Milan we should be seeing. And okay, so I'm going to throw you the question: is this the Milan? Yes, we're expected to see, but isn't it hard to actually grasp with all of these winnings and these goals, because we're not been used to seeing. We're used to seeing a goaltender scoring against us, guys. Remember, it was at Benevento, but
Yeah.
And losing games against
his first game in charge as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta bring us down, right? But Gio, what do you think? Is this do we have to get our hopes up again, or we have to get used to this Milan again, or are we getting too excited?
Man, my beer budget has gone down since the restart because I don't even feel nervous. Now it's that confidence. And I feel, I don't know, I read it, the new season's going to start, 3-4 weeks after it's over? So I think we could keep the momentum of what's going on. We just need a right back because I think Calabria, I don't know if he came out, he was holding his hamstring. So we need a reliable right back, another midfielder, but we're only linked to attackers, and then I just see Emerson for the whole thing. But,
it's just we'll take all of this stuff, but yes, Calabria is seeming to have some. I didn't take a look at the articles, guys, seeing if anybody got hurt, but Calabria didn't have a bad game. I know he's been getting a bit of criticism even from us for the last couple of games there. But let's go. I know we're all happy about the performance, but let's talk very quickly. Let's go with Youssef first. Zlatan, from everything we've read and from not being professionals, because not only we're not professionals, you guys are not professionals, but from everything you've seen on social media, is he staying? Yes or no?
Yes.
How about you, Colin? Is he staying?
I think he is. Because he is a lot happier now. You can see it in him as well. The way he is on the pitch as well. So
Definitely.
yeah, I'd say he is. Yeah.
Peter, how about you?
Yes, and I hope for 4 million.
4 million. How about you, Gio?
4 million. 4 million.
Like Colin said, I saw him happy today on the pitch. When he was scoring his goals, he was looking good. So I think, but I guess he wants that 6 million. So I don't know if they could come at least up to 5,
Hopefully,
or do it in bonuses.
Or hopefully Aston Villa signs Giuseppe Reina, as we like to call him, and take his salary away. And if we do sign him, it's like pure money, right? For Milan, because we got him at 0, and maybe if that could happen, yes, go ahead.
Actually, they paid him for farewell, I think, on Twitter. So Pepe Reina is not signing.
Oh, okay. So if we can get that money and saving on that, because he was making Philippe excess money, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah, it's a handsome wage.
In the end, guys, you know what? We have Cagliari on Sunday. Hopefully, we don't end up on a bad note and keep on scoring. Ibrahimovic, I still don't understand how this guy's playing all these games, all these minutes at his age. He just is a beast from another world. Looking at guys like Hernandez, looking at guys like Kessie, guys. I know he had his dip before the COVID, but past the COVID, it's like, what can we say about this guy? Benacer playing at a high level. It's just a great feeling to see. And now I'm just going to confirm. Gio, maybe do you know with this Europa League, because I was asking the guys before, if we finished 6th, do you know if there's 2 games on that Ritorno? There's only 1 knockout stage. I don't know if any games. Do you have any information from there?
I think they're saying 1 game. That's why everybody's saying that we're going to get the bad draw and we're going to get Tottenham.
Tottenham. The way we've been playing, we'll take care of
Mourinho.
Yeah, Mourinho's back.
Let's. I'm gonna ask you, Colin, first about Bonaventura. I know we're talking about him. I know he came on. Are you with me and Steve saying that if we want him to resign, he needs to know his role? Do you think he would be able to understand his role off the bench? Would you keep a guy like Bonaventura at a somewhat good salary? Colin, you're there.
Me? Sorry. I know it's just we're in and out, and so I would, but we probably will have to renegotiate his contract with him, for sure. But like, I think we do need to have that level of experience as well as young players actually coming into the squad as well. So there isn't any point in us only getting as a whole group of youngsters, who haven't got the experience as well. So that's why I want to see Ibra back. I want to see Jack. Like even the likes of Kier as well. Though he's 31, and he's absolutely brilliant.
He's been doing a fantastic job, even though he got into a spot today with Ibra. But Kajar, like Steve like to call him, we can't complain. We went to pay what, guys? I believe 7-8 million for Duarte, and I'm not going to judge Duarte because we haven't seen him play. But in the end, Peter, would you maybe Romagnoli, Kajar next year, and maybe Gabbia? Gabi hasn't done bad, guys. I cannot say that he played fantastic, but he hasn't done bad. But Pete, do you see that starting duos of Kajar and Romagnoli?
I guess at this point we kind of have to. I don't know if you look at some other realistic center back targets, and there just aren't a ton. I mean, Kajar and Romagnoli have been performing quite well. I thought Gabbia today was perfectly fine. There was no big slip up. He had some room, looked a little bit more comfortable. Could make 1 or 2 mistakes, and it's not the end of the world. And I think Gabbia again could be like we were talking about before, a good rotation for a early round Coppa Italia match. Take some of the heat off of Romagnoli, because like before he got injured, he was playing every single minute. The only player in all of Serie A to play every single minute from the restart, the only outfield player. So you look at keeping Chiara long term with Romagnoli is a good pair, at least for next season. Gabbia is a good rotation player. Duarte, if he can get healthy, could be a good rotation player. Again, like you said, we haven't really seen him. But yeah, I thought Gabbia was perfectly fine today. So if we have to go that route, then that's something I think would be not so bad.
Might as well, right? So yeah, Gabi was doing a good job. Here's a question for you, Yusuf, because I just saw in the 39th minute we subbed in a person that I have no idea why he would pose with our brand new jersey, Lucas Biglia. Lucas Biglia made it onto the pitch. And he can't do any wrong if he comes in 10 minutes before. But do you agree with us that Biglia has no business posing with the new jersey?
Absolutely. I was shocked. I mean, it's strange, honestly, and from a marketing point of view. But I mean, it's a good like a courtesy for him just to say goodbye. I don't know.
Imagine with our luck, we're gonna keep him. But Bealey has been like, I would have been all about. I'll be honest, guys. When Bealey and Kessie got into that little rift, I was on. I love Kessie, but I was on Bealey's side. The experienced player. Don't do this in front of fans. Don't do this, and that. But in the end, about you, Gio, do you think Belia taking a picture with the new jersey, is he staying next year? Or do I have to be scared now? Or
no, man. Seeing him, man, makes me mad because I have to shell out $140 and he's getting his for free. And he does, and I deserve it more than him.
I like that one there. You know what? Hold on a second. $140 American. No. An official Milan jersey with the exchange should cost you a bit cheaper there, but as long as you're not buying it in Canadian money. But guys, how about the new jersey? It's growing on me. At first glance, I was looking at the whole, looking at that motif, and I'm like, okay, this is from the Duomo. Colin, what are the feedback in Europe there for this new jersey that's going to supposedly make its first appearance next game?
Right, so basically, I was actually talking to Mike about it. Actually, he doesn't like it. Because, like as you said, the motif is nice, but like I think it is a bit too light against black stripes.
It's much. I get it. Like I love.
It's new. It is something that we haven't tried before. Like if it was actually black embossed on the black stripes, I would be able, to order the new jersey now, and But like as it is now, like I don't know, I'm still on the fence. So.
How about in Kuwait, Youssef? How's the feedback on the new jersey?
Well, when we saw the Inter Milan one, it just the zigzag thing just made our jersey look even better. No, for me, at least personally, the last time we had a double black stripe in the front is when we won the Calcio.
Scudetto,
yeah? The Scudetto, I mean. The Scudetto, yeah. So it's a good omen, I guess.
Okay,
I love it. Honestly, I love it.
About Peter and over there, like, how's your feeling? Would you buy this jersey at 140 US, as Gio likes to pay top dollars for his Milan jerseys?
Well, you got to get the customization, the patches, all of that. It adds,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a Puma jersey, so they're going to try to do a little bit extra here or there. I mean, you look at some of the redesigns they've had in the last couple of years. Yeah, thankfully, like Yusuf said, it's not the Nona tablecloth like the Inter has with the thin stripes. But yeah, I mean,
that's a hideous jersey.
Oh,
guys,
man,
okay,
hideous.
Message at Inter. Don't worry. Message you. Okay,
but yeah, like at a point too, it keeps it close enough. It's a red and black stripe. There's not a ton you can do without totally radically changing it. Yeah, I'll probably get it. I probably won't get the super expensive authentic one. But yeah, I mean, I think it is perfectly fine. Yeah, I would tend to say I like it more than I don't. But at a point too, there's not a ton of design room you really have even.
Exactly right. So at least they're doing something different this year. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, Gio, how happy were you to see that $20 million man Bertolacci couldn't make it a Milan, and he's a sub, a substitute for Sampdoria, and likes to fake injury. Did you have any indigestion like Steve and I seeing Bertolacci there on the pitch?
Man, I can't believe we signed him for 20 mil and that salary though.
Oh my
That
God!
salary was crazy.
Oh man, it didn't make any sense, but it felt good to see this. Like, okay, we paid like this part of Milan's history is over. Let's kick it to the curb. But I was looking at him. I'm like, this guy cost us 20 million euros from Roma. Roma laughed all the way to the bank on that.
Oh
one
yeah.
there. Definitely. So, but guys, in the end, you know what? It was a great game. 4 goals. We got Cagliari coming up. Some people are saying too little, too late. Coming off from this win, I don't think anybody could have predicted this amount of points. This amount of points from the post-COVID. But let's put it. I'm going to ask you guys this in closing, okay? One by one. Do you think, guys, that we've seen coaches resigned, right? We've seen that before. Do you think that, forget the fact that we all think that probably the Pioli resigning was the right move? Do you think this post-COVID thing, people saying, no fans has been helpful, we have no pressure. Do you think Pioli having a bit less time, like, they're probably thinking about what? Serie A starting in September, I believe. They were saying something like that. But 2 months of, maybe some sort of vacation, not even 2 months because people are going to have Champions League. Do you guys believe in Pioli in this team for next year? Let's be honest here. I know we've seen it all before, but Youssef, how do you feel with Pioli? And okay, let's just pretend for a moment that Ibra is in this team next year. How do you feel?
Pretend that he's not there?
No, he's there. Let's say he's resigned.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Pioli, like I could swear that he watched some sort of Ragnick tactics, because the high press that I've never seen Milan do is something came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we stopped playing for 2.5 months. We're very we're very negative. We sit back. We observe. We'll take all the pressure. We start defending from our half, or maybe sometimes in front of our 18 yards. But now we are progressive. We are aggressive. We try to get the ball immediately after we lose it. Like, I was actually counting how many seconds it took Milan to retrieve the ball from Sampdoria, and it was between 5 and 6 seconds. That's if we stick to the tactical principles that everyone is saying, Pioli is not the best of tacticians, but he keeps things simple. And if we stick to that, doesn't matter if we have fans, COVID. I mean, it's going to be an amazing year.
Stick to plan.
I'm
to the plan,
optimistic.
right? How about you, Colin?
I
Do you think,
agree.
are you optimistic? Yeah, with Pioli? You see that he was wearing white sneakers today, a white sports top, turtleneck. But you feel you with Youssef there?
He's not wearing the turtleneck, anyway, so. But I don't know. Like, I do think, because even he said himself as well that the 3 months that we had, it really helped him. It really helped the club and the players as well, in the training as well. So yeah. So I think as he really got to know the players really got to know him. As to how he works. And actually vice versa. And. I just love the way that we are able, to venture away from actually playing the 4-3-3 as well, though. As we aren't too afraid, to even halfway through a game actually change our whole tactics, our whole formation as well, though. So
I think
it's absolutely brilliant.
I think what you guys are describing is that, even though we always had faith in our team, we've never seen them play this way, this good, the whole pressing, as you're saying, and that's what makes us believe. And Pete, by the way, Larry's saying that you guys can use your second COVID check for the new kit. I can believe you guys in the States can second COVID check from over there. But Peter, do you see a difference from you being optimistic from last year to this year?
Yeah, I would say just the continuity is probably something that we've been missing, right? Because we've gone through how many managers in how many years, and even sometimes multiple managers in a single year. So if I would say, given Ibra stays, given we can bring in maybe some rotation for a player like a Kessie, maybe a Tonali, hopefully, we'll see. That, if we can bring in 1 to 2, doesn't have to be first team, start every game, but definite rotation players, then I'd be very optimistic. I think the break was good for us. We'll have another kind of similarly sized break, depending on when the actual start of Serie A is. But right now, I would say yes, optimistic.
Definitely, and to you, Gio, obviously we're feeling optimistic. But do you share your fellow patrons' thoughts about feeling more optimistic than usual coming for next year, especially the way this team has been playing?
I mean, yes, I do, and I think like with Ibra there, he's like the second coach, so he's not gonna want nobody's level to drop down. I just feel like we gotta just make a couple signings, a good right back, and another midfielder and an attacker. I want to see pace. I don't know what's up with Leao, but he doesn't use his pace to his advantage. He always slowing down. And it's like, dude, just run with the ball. But I just need a right back, a midfielder, and attacker. But
I think what you're saying about Leao, I think Leao, you know what he needs? He needs another year with Ibra, guys. He's so green. Raw, like you're saying, you guys are saying raw talent. He just doesn't know. Like you're taking the words out of my mouth. Is that you see him run, and then all of a sudden it's like he doesn't know what he's doing. And Steve was even putting in our group chat before saying, if he wants to take away minutes of playing next year, he's going to need to refine that raw talent, right? But I'm not here to say let's sell him. I think he's got that raw talent. Let's see if we could do, but definitely another year with Ibra. Guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Youssef, in your children's room, it's 2 a.m. there. Colin's probably drinking, hiding over there. He's got a beer somewhere. Tell Mike to come.
No beer. Heading to bed after this, don't worry.
Tell Mike next time.
I have work in the morning, so
tell him we can have a Milan Weekly Podcast Patreon special. Me drunk and him drunk, and we'll just slur our words, and we'll go from over there. But guys, closing. You got a couple of seconds. I have some closing moments. Youssef, how about a prediction for Cagliari on? Do we finish the season in a wonderful way?
It depends on now. We're playing for nothing for next game, so I would like to see the likes of Colombo, Brescianini, Maldini. Just give them a run and see how it goes. So maybe 1-1.
I like that. I like that idea because yes, we are playing for nothing. I know Roma's going to finish there in that place. Colin, do you agree with Youssef?
I do actually, because like as you said, we don't have anything to really actually play for now, so we are going to finish in 6th, so with Rebic missing the next game, I can understand that, but yeah, like I would always want to have a win, of course, because of the way we have been look over the last month or whatever, but even a draw, because but then again we actually play home in the San Siro as well there, so I know I have to have a win. Against them, because I don't think they will have Nangalan as well. They won't.
Nangalang is going to be there. I don't know if Nangalang is.
I don't think so. Because he wasn't actually playing there today. So.
Nangalang would be good for a Milan Weekly Podcast drunk edition.
Yeah. Pete, but it's a win for sure. So.
Definitely, Pete. Do you think these youngsters with the new jersey can somehow maybe make an appearance next game?
Yeah, I would say we'll have to rotate a little bit. So agree with Youssef. Maybe Leao starts on the left, bring in a Maldini, and 2-0. Maldini scores.
I like it. I like it. Do you even though you were a little late to the party, do you agree you want to see the young kids? And I gotta you need to show up on every special with a different jersey. Now we've seen the yellow one, we've seen this classic one. By the way, guys, I will show up with my gold Balotelli jersey.
Oh God!
And excuse me. Is anybody, any other player, can I put on the back of the gold jersey than Balotelli? Okay, thank you very much. I'll keep down comments to myself. But Gio, do you agree with everybody? A win with the youngsters playing?
Yeah, I agree. 2-1.
2-1, 2-1. So you're
Yeah,
on
2-1.
the safe side, 1-1 maybe. But guys, we will try. All depending what happens on Saturday. I know they moved the games. They were supposed to be all on Sunday. Games on Saturday. Some of the games on Sunday. Game, believe, is at 2:45 Eastern time. So I believe it's 7:45 in Ireland.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah.
keep looking at the Patreon, guys. Once again, we appreciate all your support. We're very humbled, and it's crazy to see how many people are supporting us, and we love to do these kind of things. I know Steve is the more popular one, but we'll see. He's been doing. Presidente's got him to do these Radio Rossonera podcasts with the special editor. Now he's doing a podcast tomorrow with somebody from Milan News.it. He's all over the place. He's taking advantage because he's on vacation, but I'll try to keep up the pace. But definitely with Steve next time. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you to our live viewers, and keep on pushing that subscribe and notification on YouTube, because we don't announce this kind of shit, guys. We just go on. We just go on. And I enjoyed catering to our across the pond Patreons like Youssef and Colin. But I know you guys got to go to bed. But guys, thank you so very much. Ovunque sempre, guys. You guys can stay on. We're just going to unlock from YouTube. Ovunque sempre. Forza Milan. Go from over there.